SHALOM. Today's date is December 21st. It's the first day of winter. Hard to tell around here. It's actually in the mid-50s. 10 degrees warmer than it was last week. Came to say hi to my friends, Blue and Lady. And look what we got for them. Give me a second here. Oh cool, this thing is adjustable. I like it. Come here, Blue. Let's let Lady go first. Yeah. There you go, buddy. Been a good boy. Haven't been over here in a while to share with them. Getting ahead of her. You got more teeth or what? Drop the pieces on your head. All right, you're a good guy. You're a pretty girl. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I just wanted to share them with you and share with them some carrots. Buy one, get one free. And it's been so long since I've done a video, I wanted to do kind of just an update video. It's been several months since I've done videos regularly, and Mom has kept me busy. She's easy to take care of, but boy, never a dull moment, I'll tell you that. She, well, for the first few weeks, she was easy to take care of, you know, regular like clockwork, when she wanted her breakfast, when she wanted her lunch. But nowadays, she's sleeping irregularly, so she doesn't usually know what time of day it is. She always asking me, is it nighttime or is it daytime? The other night she woke me up, I think it was last week, at midnight, and I guess she thought it was noon. She was asking, how come it's so dark outside? I said, because it's midnight, Mom. People are sleeping. It's supposed to be dark at midnight. but she has a great sense of humor. She's always, no matter what she's going through, if she's in pain or if she's having trouble getting food to her mouth and it's dropping all over the place, she makes a joke about it. She laughs about it rather than get upset. And, I think that I've learned from someone who's 96 years old, some of the keys to being happy is, keeping that sense of humor. And she's always organized. She keeps all her things nice and neat and in place so she can find it, stays organized that way, even though she can't keep track of the day or the time of day or whether it's AM or PM, especially this time of year with, half daytime and half darkness. And, it's dark at 6 o'clock a.m. and dark at 6 o'clock p.m. She can't tell the difference. She finally figured out on her TV, though. It gives her the time when she's on the main menu. But she woke me up again the other night and said, my TV's just not working. It won't do anything. So I got out of bed, went in there, and it's on the Netflix menu. And I said, it seems to be working. And I start scrolling through the menu, and everything was the same. He said, either I've already seen all that. So I scrolled down to new stuff. And then she says, I don't even recognize that. I don't even know who these people are. I've never seen that. And then she says, it's not working for you either. And I said, it'd work a lot better if I knew what you wanted to watch. And she says, well, there's never any news on anymore. It's like, ding. So I went back from Netflix to Roku and brought up a news channel and put it on. And I said, will that be okay? And she's busy staring at the TV, reading the closed caption, no response. I thought, that must be okay. So I set the remote down, went back to bed. A couple hours later, she's waking me up again. She woke me up like a half a dozen times, playing 20 questions, wanting to make sure I'm not cold, wanting to make sure there's nothing she can get me, And why is it so dark at 2 o'clock in the morning? I said, Mom, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's supposed to be dark. Then she comes in at like 3 or 3:30 and asking me if I'm hungry. Do you want me to fix you something to eat? I can scramble you some eggs or something. I said, no, Mom, I'm not hungry. I'm just tired. I want to go back to sleep. She says, okay, well, I'm hungry. I'm going to go fix me something to eat. I'm going to slap some butter on a piece of bread or something. She's willing to fix me some eggs, some scrambled eggs or something, but all she's going to do for herself is butter on bread. So she wanders around. And she gets around good for 96. The only problem she has is getting up out of her chair. And once she's up out of her chair, she cruises all around the house all hours of the night. She's always in the kitchen in the middle of the night looking for snacks, something to snack on. So I went to the store and got her some more snacks. And then the other thing is that she's always confused about who I am, and she knows I'm her favorite no matter how she looks at it. But, for a while there, I was her grandson, and she kept calling me her grandson. And then one day she says, I want to ask you a question because it never comes up in conversation. I said, okay, Mom, go ahead. She said, how is your mother? And I didn't have a mirror handy, but I wish I did because I would have held the mirror in front of her and said, ask her yourself. So I had to, convince her once again that, no, I'm your son. I'm not your grandson. So then it goes from that to being her son off and on. And then last week she sends me a text message and she says, did you remember that today is your mother's birthday? And her birthday is in July. But it was on December 15th. And she said, today, July 15th, is your mother's birthday. And what a treasure that was for Thais and I. Thais is her sister, and her other sister, Veta, was born on July 15th. So now all of a sudden I'm not her grandson, I'm not her son, I'm her nephew. And my mother lives in Brazil. So like I said, never a dull moment, but she's always had a sense of humor. And it makes me think of some of the jokes. One joke that she taught me, God, back in the 70s, must have been 44, 45 years ago, was that there's a woman, and this woman decides that she's going to go to town. And so she's going to go catch the bus and go downtown, go shopping. And she goes walking down to the bus stop. And she gets to the bus stop, and there's a younger woman there at the bus stop. And as she comes to sit down next to her, she says, hello, it's a beautiful day today. Gets no response. She's thinking, well, that's rude. I'm just trying to be friendly. So they sit there quietly, wait for the bus. When the bus comes, she gets on the bus and she pays her fare. She sits down behind the driver. And the younger woman gets on the bus and she looks at the driver and she goes like this. Driver shakes his head. He goes like this. She goes like this. He shakes his head. He goes like this. The woman goes like this. He shakes his head. He goes like this. She goes like this. She gets off the bus. So the older woman sitting behind the driver, she grabs her purse and starts beating him with it, saying, "You dirty old man, look at what you did. You offended her. She left." He's like, "No, no, no, let me explain. She's a deaf mute, and she's a regular customer, and her and I have developed a sign language." She asked me, "Are you going uptown?" I said, "No, I'm going downtown." She said, "Do you stop every block?" I said, "No, I go straight through." She said, "Do you go by the dairy?" He said, "No, I go by the ballpark." She said, "Oh shit, I'm on the wrong bus." So that's what life is like with Mom. Never a dull moment. Never has been. So that's been keeping me busy. And then got 2 weeks ago, or I guess it was Thanksgiving 4 weeks ago, we got sick. It took us 2 weeks to get better. So I'm just now getting better. And we're getting Mom stabilized again in this new shorter daylight hours and trying to keep her straight on what time of day it is and, you know, get her meds to her on time, because that's one thing that she depends on is her meds. So we've got great weather here in Arizona, and I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And it's 10 degrees warmer than it was last week, and it's supposed to be 10 degrees warmer by this weekend, so look forward to another video. I'll do a video outdoors as my Christmas present to all of you who happen to be in a colder climate. Love you. God bless you. Yeshua Shalom, wherever you roam. Just like old Blue over here. Love you. God bless you.